Hey everybody, it's Joseph Shepard.
And your girl, Miss Laganja Estranja, and welcome back to Queening Out. So does this count as a new season?
Yeah, I think
so this is season 4?
Yeah, and I think that we need a new photo shoot too.
I do too.
I think that we need to...
Please.
Let's rebrand.
Okay.
Refresh. A new refresh. I'm excited because I just looked and I had no idea. So there's no Untucked for Global. There's no Pit Stop, and Race Chaser's not doing it. So we can be your home for Global.
What do you
All-Stars.
mean Race Chaser's not doing it?
They're not doing it. They're doing They're doing their All Stars 2 review. So they're going
You're
back in time.
kidding.
Yeah. So no Race Chaser doing it.
Wow. Well, I highly doubt we'll be the only ones, but we are really the only ones.
Yes.
You know, the only girls in the world.
The only girls
Very
in the world.
Rihanna.
How have you been feeling? The only girl in the world.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm feeling very groggy. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not froggy, groggy. I literally just landed off my plane not even an hour ago, and I took sleeping pills this morning to make sure that I would knock out on the plane and sleep. Because literally yesterday I had the day from hell. I left Pittsburgh at 11 a.m. and didn't get to my hotel in Charlotte until 9:30 p.m. So a trip that I literally could have driven and it would have taken less time. Took like a whole day in the airport. So needless to say, I got like no sleep yesterday. Then I literally did the gig the minute I landed. 9:30, was in drag by 10:30, at the venue at 10:45, meet and greet, 2 numbers, show, went out with my friends, did the dinner, got back. It was like 4 in the morning, had to leave at 5 because my flight was at 7. Then the flights got delayed today. So it's been a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we put some bright lipstick on in hopes that it would counterbalance the fact that I am feeling like I'm about to close my eyes and fall asleep.
Well, you don't look it, and that's a good thing.
I've gotten good at faking being awake, being present for the cameras. But no, it was a good weekend. I'm grateful that I got to go back to Charlotte for their Pride. I'd been there 2 years ago. And Pittsburgh was a lot of fun. I hadn't been there in many, many years. And they took me to this club called Lucky's, which is like one of the only few bars left where they have naked menses dancing up on the bar. It literally looked like a scene out of a John Waters film. Like the Christmas lights were poorly hung up and the dancers looked like they were like just one bump away from falling off of the stage. And, you know, it was truly, I feel like the last of its kind. Like they really just don't have clubs like that anymore. So I could see why Pittsburgh has its name, why people like Sharon and Alaska were birthed there. It has a very alternative, cool, underground, original vibe. So I did really enjoy that. And I love being able to go to places and have those new experiences, you know? So I am feeling grateful, even though I am feeling very tired. Yeah. And how about you? I'm loving the vintage Britney tea.
Vintage Britney. I was
so
like,
good.
Why not? No, everything's been good. I have been trying to get my Exposed After Dark. It's going to be premiering this week. So
yay.
I'm getting all of the loose ends done. I've been editing it out the frame and trying to really figure out the voice of the show that I want.
Okay, sure.
And then every Monday now it's shooting episodes with Sugar and Spice and doing
that's
their
right.
new show. So
and how is that going?
Really, really well.
What's it called?
It's called Two Brain Cells Left.
Hello. Yes.
Premiering next month on Mom. It is complete hoot. They are 2 hoots. Like I don't know how. I don't know how they actually understand each other. I think it's the twin telepathy, but they're always talking over each other and everything. But it's really funny because I'll get them sitting down and they'll be going back and forth. And I literally be like, 3, 2, 1. And then it's just silence. I feel like I'm like the mom.
I love it. It's very clap on, clap off.
Yeah. Get in it.
Yeah, no, working with both of them as a choreographer, I've had a little insight to what they're like together, and it's definitely a hootenanny.
Yeah, so is. So you mentioned meet and greets earlier.
Right.
So what do you think of the whole Nymphia went on her phone during a meet and greet?
So is that really real?
It is real.
That wasn't a staged clip?
No.
Are we sure?
We're sure.
Has she come out and said anything about this?
She said that basically when there's downtime in a meet and greet, like she should be able to have her phone and do it. She's stuck up for herself.
No.
Yeah.
So she 10 toes down, doubled down, and said this is appropriate behavior. I'm gagged. Now, I will admit, at the viewing party in Pittsburgh, I was on my phone.
That's a viewing party.
it was a little inappropriate. I also sort of did it as a joke because I won't name names, but she was on my season. The last queen they had there apparently was on her phone during the meet and greet, which I thought was so crazy. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be on my phone as a joke.
Yeah.
But then I actually ended up being on my phone, but I was texting Alyssa, in fairness. So I was texting someone I was actively watching on TV. But yeah, no, I think it's crazy. I think that like you should absolutely not have your phone during a meet and greet. That's so weird. Like literally, I thought that video was staged because then I saw Plain Jane.
Yeah, Plain Jane went
which was hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, that was so funny. Wow, I'm so gagged that's real. I just
think if you're paying for the experience of a photo with a queen, how long are those normally? Like 30 minutes? Hour?
It depends. Usually an hour is what I would say, yeah.
I'm like, just for that hour, just like put it away. I can't imagine like if I were to pay like hypothetically to meet Britney Spears and if she was on her phone the whole time, no thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I can hear what Nymphia is saying like on downtime when they're changing groups or whatever, but it was so clear that someone was walking up to them and hugging other queens and then she was just like, oh, hi, baby, and went back to her phone. You know? I'm kind of gagged they caught her doing that.
Yeah. Well.
But her salsa water or whatever that is going around. Have you seen this? No. This banana water?
No, she's doing banana water?
I don't know if it's banana water. I haven't really looked into it because I didn't get a PR package. She also doesn't follow me. So I was like, not interested. But I saw all my sisters and Gia Gunn especially. She had posted that like Nymphia had sent it to her. But I'm not for sure what it is. But
okay.
You know, she's launched a product and I'm seeing it on everyone's Instagram. So that's pretty cool.
That's a good thing. I'm not really a fan of flavored water. If it's
get out of my house. That's dark-sided.
If it's seltzer, then sure. But if it's like,
what do you mean?
Like,
isn't that what sparkling water is? A seltzer?
I said flavored water. I'm not a fan. So I'm not a fan of like flat flavored water. Like when people have
Joseph,
coconut
who is
water.
Drinking flat flavored water?
Coconut water.
Okay.
You said banana water, and so I thought in my head,
I assumed it was. I think it's like kombucha. I think it's like banana vibration kombucha, but flat flavored water. I've never even heard of that. I'm like, is that Kool-Aid? Because I love Kool-Aid, but no, I like sparkling flavored waters.
Yeah.
Those are like LaCroix.
Like a good, yes.
Yeah, a good Topo Chico.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you ready to get into this global all-stars?
Wait, I thought you were going to look up what she dropped.
But I can't find it. Nymphia
win banana kombucha.
Banana kombucha.
See if something comes up.
Is it the Banana Queen?
That's it. What is it?
It is... it's from Wild Wonder, and it says that it features sweet banana puree, decadent vanilla bean, and fresh brewed marigold flowers. Banana cream for the Banana Queen is a toast to Asian heritage and a celebration of this iconic yellow fruit.
But what is it? Is it a sparkling water? Is it a kombucha?
It's a prebiotic plus probiotic sparkling drink.
So isn't that like kombucha?
Yeah.
I get nervous when there's live bacteria in my drink.
Oh my gosh. So this one time.
Have you seen them? They explode if you don't take them out.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So this one time I went on a date like years ago, and I had just moved to LA, and I parked in like one of the places, and you're supposed to have like a receipt when you leave. So I was like, oh crap, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get something. And the nearest thing was a kombucha. So I got the kombucha, got my receipt, threw it in the back of my car. The next day I got in my car and I was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is that smell? I just smell like vinegar. That thing exploded in my car.
So why does it explode? The bacteria just like
probably
can't handle being combusted.
Why does kombucha explode?
The way we start these episodes is hilarious.
Oh, okay. So it says the carbon dioxide gets trapped in the bottle. So the longer that it's in there, and like if heat or anything is doing it up, it's basically just adds so much pressure and just combust.
Yuck. But I know a lot of people love it and it's good for your gut. So like, I wish I liked it. I want to be healthy, but no tea this morning. I had cinnamon bun and Popeyes for breakfast.
Ooh, what'd you get at Popeyes?
Well, I had cinnamon bun for my first flight and that was at like 6 a.m. And I had the 4 little mini rolls with the cinnamon bun, frozen ice cream frozen coffee. I'm so not awake. It was delicious. And she was like, do you want whipped cream? And I was like, yes. And she's like, chocolate on top? I said, yes. And she said, caramel on top? I said, yes. And she said, so you want it all? I'm like, yes, you just gave me the option. I want it all. I want the sugar fantasy. And then when I landed during my layover for the second flight, I sure did. I marched my ass to Popeyes at 9 a.m. and I got me the 3-piece spicy tenders with fries, blackened ranch, barbecue, and buffalo. Oof. It was so good. So needless to say, I'm not a healthy person. A banana probiotic drink, not really going to be my thing. But I think it's amazing that she has launched herself into making products. I think that's super cool. And you said it was with another company?
Yeah, it's called Wild Wonder.
They're laughing off this video of her, right? So I think she'll survive this moment. Luckily, we've had people like, Trixie come before her who are like, don't touch me. So I think we've seen queens have an interesting way of doing meet and greets. Yeah. I hope she continues to reign in her winning without getting too much hate.
Side note, queens and products. There's a product that a queen came out with during COVID and it's now discontinued and I am so angry. Latrice Royale did
the nuts.
Yes.
They were delicious.
They were the best freaking nuts. Yeah. It was like ruby cacao. I don't know what it was. I went looking for them the other day because I was like, oh my gosh. And no, the business is out, just gone now. So
her partnership with them or the whole business?
The whole business.
Damn, those nuts, they really did. Really nuts got away from her face.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what she said?
Yep.
Get these nuts away from my face. Something like that. Well, they really did. They sashayed away.
They said, well, are you ready for some gas?
Some gas?
Global All-Stars.
Oh my God. I see what you did there. I was about to say, girl, I already had gas this morning after all those things I ate.
Yeah.
So no, I'm ready for the Global All-Stars, but should we take a break before we dive in?
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back with Global All-Stars.
And we're back with more Queening Out, here to break down the first ever RuPaul's Drag Race Global All-Stars.
Okay, first of all, I was very iffy about this.
Yeah.
I was very like, oh, how is this going to be? But I think it gave me what needed to be given. The updates to the workroom.
The workroom is where they put the money. The workroom looks sickening.
They have now an area where the queens can sit that looks like an untucked lounge, like that little RuPaul coming out and it's like freaking Mike Myers. Like
I was gonna say, I like the opening of the doors effect. It's very dramatic. Yeah.
So they come down the runway. We had first Miss Queen Kong from Down Under. There was controversy over this dress.
Why?
So she was, I guess, giving her props and her respect to her culture. And another queen basically came out and said that she did her culture wrong because she did the flag upside down on her dress.
No, brother.
And so she was like trying to get at it. And Queen Kong's like, honey, no.
Oh, good. She said, no, I'm not accepting that. Good.
Yeah. She's like,
we're supposed to take inspiration from. We're not supposed to have the literal flag.
Yeah, no.
Right. Who cares about its orientation?
Exactly.
Oh, girl, they'll find anything these days to pick the girls apart.
They really do.
Well, I liked the look. I mean, it was definitely giving me USA because of the red, white, and blue. But I know that's also Aussie. And I like what she stands for. I like that she's a political queen. I think she's got a lot of, sass, a lot of great boy interviews. And I think she's going to bring some heat.
Oh, yeah. And she was known as a lip sync assassin on Down Under. She would turn it out. So I'm very excited to see Queen Kong. And next up, we had Soa Demuse from France, season 1. I believe that she, in France, did like an operatic talent show. So when this happened with the talent show, I was like, I see you there.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the look. When I was saying that in Pittsburgh, the co-host with me, Indica, was like, I'm sick of seeing the black glove.
Yeah, I see.
Which I'm like, I kind of get it. It has been done and used, but I really liked how the one was like pinching the nipple. And I just thought she looked really elegant. I liked her vibe. I love the French. It's just, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by her.
I'm excited to see her on this season. She killed it in France. So it's going to be all of these girls, I believe 10 out of the 12 were all finalists.
Wow.
So we all have all across the board. I think there was only 1 or 2 who were not up there at the top 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah. Good caliber of queens.
Yeah. Miranda Lebreo. I love that RuPaul kept calling her Miranda blah, 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 Nicole Paige Brooks.
Okay, she just kept adding names.
The names to it. I love when she does that. I didn't fully understand the look, but I mean...
Is she from Brazil?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's giving me Brazil colors, at least. But I'm with you. I'm not loving the look. It's not doing a lot for her, figure. But I do like this sort of head in the clouds wig. I think that that's very cute and creative. Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
And it's like a kite going up into the sky. So I think that like top up part is really cool. But I don't think that the dress overall is doing much for her body silhouette.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when everything's like hanging down.
Right.
Mama, Miss Alyssa Edwards coming through in her red, white, and blue. What'd you think?
I mean, it's ridiculous. Are you kidding? I mean, she is the queen of drag, in my opinion. She is known for putting on too much. You know, she loves an excess. Honestly, I think this would have been perfect without the arm piece, but this is my mother. She's going to give you more and more and more. And I mean, the ostrich feathers alone on the back end, I can't even imagine what those cost. Like, look at them. They're custom. They're an extremely high ply with tinsel added. So like, I was just already so gagged at the dress and the back and the Louboutins, but I think adding that extra detail of the arm, of the choker, of the ear, of the big hair, it's just, she came correct.
And I will say, like, the hanging down gave me very Texas vibes, like very like, I'm going to put on my jacket with the fringe coming down. I was like, okay, so now we have a little bit of Texas, a little bit of US. I was like, I love it. And I was so excited. Like,
me too.
To be able to have Alyssa back. And I love when you can get a girl back who's excited to be back.
Totally. It makes a huge difference.
It does. And like just her, like seeing her in both of the episodes, always talking to every single queen, always like being like, what's tea, girl? What's your thing? Blah, blah, blah. Like it was like, she knows how to play the game. She knows how to get these conversations going. And she came off extremely well. Very excited.
Yeah. And I think also what was super exciting for me too was just to like be at a viewing party and see the whole room go up for her and like to see like it really is the Olympics of drag. Like everyone in America is rooting for her. And I think that's so special.
Then we had Athena Leakes from Belgium, I believe.
Belgium?
I had to think about it as I was like saying it out. I love the headpiece. I thought that was very creative and look okay.
Yeah, the look is a no for me. I'm not really vibing with it. I think the color choice is very interesting. It's giving ketchup and mustard mixed with mayonnaise and what's a brown sauce? A1? I don't know. It's like giving me condiments. It's giving me, I don't understand the references. We've got poof doof on our head. I don't know. The look for me is a no, but I think she's a very interesting character and I like that she has a different take on drag. So I'm kind of excited to see what she will bring. Same.
And I also love how RuPaul says her name. She always like pronounces Leakes. We had Tessa Testicle from Germany in a little flower get up. I thought the top part was actually kind of cute. The green skirt I was not a fan of.
Yeah, I don't love the look, but oh, excuse me. Jeez, I'm fighting these sleeping pills like no other. And they always love when I'm sleepy. It's so weird. Have you ever noticed that in the comments? Whenever I'm sleepy, I think I read more and I think they like that.
Yeah. Well, the last episode, I was told I was mean and I was seemed like I was disinterested. And I was like, well, that's because I didn't get any sleep for quite some time. So
just allow us to be your sleep deprived host. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't love the green. I think it weighs her down. I think had she just taken off the skirt and just had the green petals sort of at the bottom, that would have been a better silhouette for her. Cause I agree, top up, she looks like a star. But I really love her character. I, of course, love that she wants to be a part of the House of Edwards. I've had some communication with her on Instagram since seeing all of that. And she just seems like a really sweet, genuine girl.
She's so funny to me, just like her confessionals and what she is saying and doing. I also love when Alyssa was like, test the testicles. And she's like, oh, it's just one testicle.
Right. And Alyssa was all, you just have one? That was funny. Yeah. And also when she put the boob plate
on her,
down there as the testicles, it was too much. I left.
Calavero from Mexico. I thought this was absolutely beautiful.
Obsessed. I'm obsessed with her. I think she's so cool. She's such a hot guy. And yeah, I love the whole crocheted knitted top. I love the big dramatic bottom. I love that her legs were coming through it. The hair is great. Yeah, she looks super cool. And I feel like it's very representational.
Yes.
Yes, right word. Representational of Mexico.
Also, I loved, did you see that they took Alyssa Edwards' confessionals and her confessionals and put them together and said it's Brokeback Mountain because they both have like the cowboy hats on?
Stop. Not spit on it, Dad.
Nahalinia from Italy. Now, I will say I did not understand this dress until I went and looked it up. But this part that was like gold is actually the outline of her, of Italy.
Oh, okay. Why the blue? Isn't Italy green and red?
I'm wondering if the blue is supposed to be like water, maybe? Like around the island? I don't know.
I didn't love the look. I'm going to be honest. I didn't love the look. I like her, though. Again, like I think a lot of these queens have really interesting personalities, which is why I'm interested in this show. But yeah, I think the wig is a little like... God, I am going to start reading. This is horrible. It's hard. It's just the wig's a little hard. And I don't know. I like the asymmetry of it all. I like the one boot of it all. But I'm not getting Italy. And I'm not really getting the fantasy that I'm looking for.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. She did. She made me laugh. And I think the cool thing about
she's a cool girl.
This season, too, is that everybody seems new. But it also seems like they're elevated.
Well, Alyssa don't seem no new.
No. I think she's the only one that...
She kept asking me, girl, do I look old? I'm like, girl, you are so yanked and tucked and pulled. There's not a wrinkle in sight for days. You look amazing, gal. But you're right. These other queens have more of a newer energy. I mean, you know, it's like they're all like looking up to Alyssa and respecting her, you know, which is like a really sweet thing. But I'm excited to see as we get going in the competition and things get cooking, like how they start to, you know, hold their own.
Kitty Scott Claus from UK. Love her. But I was not... I think I've seen her do a similar outfit before, so I wasn't a big fan.
Have you ever seen the musical Six?
No, I have not, but I know about it.
Okay, yeah. It's a musical that's like supposed to be like about the queens of one of the famous kings. I don't remember. It's too historical and it's not my vibe. But they wear outfits like this. And they actually won a Tony for costume design for their outfits, which is just crazy to me. I mean, don't get me started on musical theater. But so I didn't like it. I didn't love the outfit. It just felt a little like Cheese-a-rama, which is exactly what I thought of the outfits in Six. It's like trying to give you like the Elizabethan, but make it of the now. And I don't know. I like traditional period outfits. So yeah, I just don't love the outfit. It feels a little like almost store-bought, and then we just added our logo to it. Like, I don't know. It's not the most creative silhouette, I think. Yeah. But I do love her. I think she is amazing, and I love her boy interviews. They're hilarious. So I'm excited to see where she goes from here. But overall, this look in particular, not my favorite.
Next up, we had Vanity Vane. I absolutely loved the, I called them antlers. Are they antler hair?
You like that?
I think it's just interesting. It's some antler hair.
You think that hair looks good, Joseph?
It looks like she's like a moose.
It looks like she needs to move over because that hair is an absolute flop for me. Girl, what in tarnation? It is too heavy. So the antlers are falling forward. No, it's almost like it was wrapped like around something that's too thick. I was so distracted by the hair. I couldn't see anything else. I just thought it was like these two sad crab claws. I don't know.
You know what it reminds me of?
I didn't like the hair.
My mom used to have these hangers, and the hangers had like silk and plush on them. Do you know what I'm talking about? They looked kind of like a ballet slipper to me.
Kind of, yeah. I know what you're talking about. It was almost ruched.
Yes. That's what it reminds me of.
So that's why you like it.
I mean, I just thought it looked like a moose.
Okay, well.
But the outfit, no, I was not a fan of.
What is the outfit? I can't even really tell.
It just looks green.
It just, yeah.
Well.
But she's the one that did the singing in the talent show.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's very talented. Yes. I just think this look, it was hard for me. I couldn't get past the ears.
Evil a Queen from Philippines. This was regal. This was
I love it from the waist up.
Yes.
I don't love the bottom part of the dress, if I'm being honest, but she looks insane. I mean, that top alone is so gorgeous. I just think I could have had that continued into a dress. And like a short mini, like 60s mod dress, and then just continue that pearl all the way down. But I love this dramatic sleeve and the roundness of it. I don't feel like I'm used to seeing more of like a square Lady Gaga. So I love this sort of round shape. Her makeup was so yanked and pulled. I mean, she's fierce. She's definitely fierce.
And then last up, we have Canada's Pythia.
I like her. I think she's cool. It's giving me a cross between Dawn and Crystal Method.
I can see that.
It has those kind of vibes. But I think this is really well done. Her body looks great. I love the attention to detail. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ever go on the internet,
she's got nudes.
She's got some nice little nudes.
Is it little old nudes?
No, it's a big old nudes.
Some big old nudes. Well, she's hot as hell to me as a boy. I do think as a boy, she's cute boots as well. There's a lot of cute boys on this one.
Yeah, a lot of cute boots.
A lot of cute boots.
Cute boots. So we get into the first episode, and it is the talent show. 6 girls go, and then the next episode, the other 6 go. First up, we had Queen Kong. And Queen Kong did an original song called Global Savage. It was dancing, lip syncing. I thought it was good. What did you think?
I thought it was good. Yeah, I liked it. Can't say I remember the song. Yeah. So that's not a great thing. But I remember thinking she was fierce, and she turned it, and she gave me levels to the performance. Like the energy kept building and growing. So I never got bored. So yeah, I think she did a good job.
Yeah. Miranda Libreo did the trapeze. Okay. Oh, you have feelings.
I do have feelings. Look, I think it is great that she tried to do something that is an actual talent. That's one of my critiques of these talent shows.
Yeah, they normally always stick to a lip sync.
Well, it just feels like really the main point of them is to make Rue laugh. Which I'm like, but that's not a talent to make. I mean, yes, it is a talent to make Rue laugh, but that's when I think of a talent show, I think of singing and, dancing and gymnastics and tricks and things that are hard that normal people can't do. So I like that she went for the trapeze. I just felt that it was giving under rehearsed or like maybe we hadn't had enough lessons. Like maybe this is a newer skill, but then later we found out that she has a condition that affects her body. And so then I felt bad for feeling these things that I thought, because I was like, oh, it's just that she literally can't physically do what she was, once able to physically do, which as someone who's gained a lot of weight and is getting older, I relate to that. I can't do what I physically could do. So I think it was brave of her to do something that challenged her, that maybe showed her weaknesses, although I think to most people they didn't see any weaknesses because they're not trained dancers and they don't watch Cirque all the time like I do. So overall I liked it. I think once I got the explanation, I wish they'd given her that explanation in the first episode, because they gave it to her in the second episode. I think
they did. When she's
so
talking about
I
her
wish
muscles.
we'd known that before she did her talent, but I just give her major props for getting up there and doing something that she loves, that means a lot to her, and for pushing through it.
Yeah. I think doing any type of that stuff is just crazy. I've taken classes before and I'm like, how in the world? I can't even like hold my own body up sometimes. Yeah. I think that the only thing that I missed from it was, I wish that, I wouldn't say I wanted outfit changes or something, but something to incorporate a little bit more than just doing these trapeze act. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was like, oh my gosh, like when she hangs upside down, like a wig comes off and another wig, like just something to keep the,
to make it more drag. I like that critique. That's a great critique.
I think that that's, the only issue I had, because I think after a while and somebody's doing things on an actual, like, bar and stuff, it can get kind of old.
Monotonous.
Yeah. And so I don't know if it was, oh, let's do the song. And then like, in between song, there's little comic bits. I don't know. I think that there should have just been a little bit
something
extra
to make it a little bit more drag. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Kitty Scott Claus came out living her pop girl fantasy, doing live singing. I think she was one of the only ones who did live singing, and I think that she should not have.
I liked it.
There were some notes.
Were there?
Find the note.
Okay, I don't remember her singing being off. I just remember she looked like Marilyn Monroe and What is that one where she wears the pink dress?
Gentlemen prefer blondes? No. Diamonds are
Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Is that the name of the song? Material Girl. She got her boots and Chanel.
Well, Material Girl is the Madonna version.
I know.
And then hers was Diamonds.
Diamonds Are Forever. That's it. So it's giving me very Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Oh, shit.
No.
Whose Diamonds Are Forever?
Isn't that a James Bond one? Diamonds Are Forever.
Rihanna.
No, that's...
Diamonds in the Sky. Well, whatever, bitch. She was giving Madonna and Pink, and I whatever. Not even Madonna. I am going to sleep after this. Give me a break. I liked Marilyn Monroe. I thought she was, what is it?
Kitty Scott Claus.
Yes, Kitty Scott Claus. She turned it for me. I loved it. Live singing, real talent, dancing vocals, looking snatched. I loved it.
Next up, we had
this episode's unhinged.
Athena Leakey's, and she did the burlesque comedy where she was like behind the partition, and then she had like the balloon boob. Then she went to pop it, and then it became what was the other part after that? There was something that I thought was really funny. Oh, when the Michelles came out, Laganja's
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I loved it. I love those things.
I just didn't like it.
You didn't like the comic bit of it?
I didn't like any of it. I just didn't get it. I was not impressed. It was not for me. Not my taste, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Zoa Demuse, who did live singing to her song COUNIA If I had to pronounce that, which I'm going to do incorrectly, it would be Quania Manmanwan.
Okay, let me see it. Let me give it a try. Kunyan man. I don't know. I tried. Take this away from me. I was gonna say my mama, but it just didn't get out. It just didn't work. I can't say it. I can't speak French.
I thought that it was good, but it didn't impress me.
I don't remember it very much.
Yeah.
She was live singing though, and I thought the singing was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was safe.
Yes.
But not so bad that I was like,
Yeah.
Whereas like I felt like the burlesque one I
like
didn't love for some reason, no.
What did you think about Miss Alyssa Edwards? Tongue popping and coming out in her 80s exercise gear.
You know what? I liked it, and I told her this. I was like, I just wanted you to dance more and do like more of a talent. And she's like, but girl, the talent show is just about making RuPaul laugh. And she's right. She is right. That is the secret to winning the talent show.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, the production was up there. I will say you can tell through everybody's talents how much time and effort was put into everybody's. Some you could tell maybe a month. Some you could tell longer. But Alyssa's I felt was so to the T. It was like watching.
It was very tight. The song is original.
Yeah.
It was very funny. I liked that she did something different. It was unexpected. I loved the water pull at the end. So I do think it was great. I do. I just know how talented she is as a dancer and a choreographer. And I guess I was hoping to see a bit more of that. Mm-hmm. But she played the game. She was smart. And it worked in her favor. So good for her.
I loved it. I loved the water at the end. I loved the whole tongue popping and doing all that. I was like, this is gold. So we have our top two, which ended up being Queen Kong and Alyssa Edwards. And they lip synced to Only Girl in the World by Rihanna. And they both ended up winning $5,000 each because they both won. I wasn't a fan of that song. Like that lip sync performance.
I thought it was good. I loved Alyssa's look. Oh my God. Disco ball with the hair to Jesus. Mm-hmm. Amazing. And I loved Queen Kong's I don't even know what you'd call that, space roll where she flew up into the air and hot dropped and rolled it. So yeah, I thought it was exciting. I thought it was good. I liked it. And I guess I was more surprised that Queen Kong got picked over the trapeze artist or over Kitty. To me, I think I would have picked one of them. But yeah, I do think it was a good first lip sync. I wasn't bored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into these looks. Let's do a little speed round of these looks. And
what was the first one? The snakes.
Garden of Eden.
Yeah, they all did snakes, I feel.
So Zoa Demuse.
Sickening.
I thought that this was cute. My issue is I was not a fan of how the lighting hit the body pieces because it made it just look like plastic pieces that look cheap.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I thought it was over the top. I thought it was dark. I thought it was seductress. I thought it was spooky cookie ookie, and I liked it.
Oh, spooky cookie ookie. Next up is your mama, Miss Alyssa Edwards, in her
insane
green, snaky. I love the hair. I love the layers. I love when you can just take layers and it's just elaborate.
It's so intricate. It's so detailed. The stonework, just she looks so regal. Like, oh my God, she looks like a winner. She looks like a winner. I'm just gagged. The hair is so cool. The earrings. I mean, it's perfect. And I was telling her, I was like, this is to me, we're in a moment where you really showcased how you have elevated, because I think before she would have had on a necklace and a glove and she would have just added and added and added. And I like here that she was like, the dress is crazy enough. Yep. So I'm just going to wear the dress and earrings and cool hair. Yep. And I think she nailed it. I just think her body shape, the textures, she looks sickening.
Kitty's got claws in the middle of her flower. This to me looks like a pin cushion that you put the little pins in when you sew.
Okay, it's giving me pumpkin a little bit.
Oh, yes. I do see a pumpkin. This didn't give me Garden of Eden. I know that there are probably flowers in Garden of Eden, but that's not what I would think of.
Okay. It's not my favorite of the looks. Not crazy about, oh my God. Sorry, guys. Not crazy about the green tights of it all. But I think she looks really cute, and I love the flowers in her hair. I do think she's a beautiful queen. I really do. I think mug and hair, she's gorgeous. Yeah. But yeah, probably not my favorite of the looks. Feels safe.
Yeah, I agree with that. And next up, we had Miranda Lebreo. I know that a lot of people were saying that this is like the Walmart version of Sasha Velour's snake look that she had.
I can't remember that one. I'm surprised.
I think it was at the finale. I liked this from the head up.
Okay. I liked it. It's another one that feels safe for me. It's not over the top like Alyssa's, but I do think it has a lot of detail to it. I like the color contrast. I like whatever's going on here in the heart arena. Interesting headpiece. So yeah, safe for me.
Next up, we had Athena Leakey's. When this came out, I was like, this is like editorial to me.
Me too.
It came off very like I could see this in a crazy ad for a campaign. I thought she looked great. I love the rope of everything. Like this to me was a wonderful look.
I loved it too. I was surprised that I loved it, but I just think it's cool. It's giving gender non-conforming. It's giving, the antithesis of gender, this very sort of in-between vibe, which I think is beautiful. And like you said, it feels very high fashion, very editorial. You would see this go down the runway. So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really cool.
Same. I think
very memorable.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Next up, we had Queen Kong. She was supposed to be some roots, I believe she said, of a tree. Okay. I think that the corset does not do it for me.
I agree. I wish the corset was underneath the dress and was nude, and so we had kept the whole nude illusion going, and the roots could have just been growing all over her. I think the corset kind of breaks up the really interesting pattern on the dress, and not in a great way. Like, I don't really think that the corset is helping flatter her body shape. So yeah, I thought this one was safe. I love the hair. I think it's very creative. It's a different Garden of Eden, than going for the snakes and the green and the red apple. So I appreciated that too. But yeah, something about it was a bit off.
Yeah. Tessa Testicle, who did her version of what Athena Leakey's did with an apple in her mouth. I did think this was kind of funny that it was more of like a bimbo version of
I love the apple in her mouth, BDSM. I think that's so cool, and I love the red hair. Not totally sold on the outfit, but I know this is her drag style, very hooker. So she looks good for a hooker prostitute Garden of Eden vibration for sure. But for me, I feels a little like underwhelming for Drag Race.
I agree with that. I think that the aesthetic is there, but I was thinking in my head, I was like, if Jimbo were to take this look, how would he elevate it?
Right.
There would be probably like a little bit more of something that would go out.
I agree.
Eva LaQueen, I loved this look. This was beautiful.
She's so fierce.
The color palette of like that, whatever, the turquoise with like the little like
I do wish the hair was the same color of the outfit. That's my only thing. But I do think it's nice that she gave us a contrasting color to the outfit. But yeah, I mean, come on. This is so fierce. The amount of money she spent on this one look, the way it drapes, the beads coming off of it. I mean, it's high class global all-stars drag for sure.
And that makeup too, she just looks like a snake. I'm like, if you were just to take her head and just be, yeah, loved it.
So fierce.
Now, Nahalinia comes out and she's supposed to be like Lucifer, what she said, like, you know, like the archangel.
Okay, so before I thought Lucifer was the devil.
He is. However, he became the devil. So before he was an archangel, and then he was bad.
Not the biblical history up on this episode today, girl. You're getting me together.
So I thought the first look looked good. My funny thing is that when she took it off and she was supposed to be like the bad, like snake devil, she looked like that lady from Shrek with the purple hair, the godmother. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
But telling anyone they look like a character from Shrek is probably the ultimate read. But the dress isn't red.
Okay, fine. Laganja. Fine. What did you think of this outfit?
I thought it was fine. Safe. I like the first one more than the second one for sure. Yeah, it's pretty. It's cute. It's safe.
Next up, we had Vanity Vane.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't love the first look. I didn't love the second look. It wasn't giving me Garden of Eden.
I think it could have been so cool if it was done right, because I did like the aspect of being a snake and shedding your skin. I just don't think the shedding of the skin.
Was giving.
Yeah, I just don't think the shedding of the skin was presented in the best way.
Yeah, I didn't understand that that's what she was, but now that you say that, I'm like, okay, that goes on with the theme. I don't know. It was giving sort of ready to wear.
Yeah.
When you look at that next to an Evil Queen, it's like, come on.
That's true. And then we had Pythia in her rotten apple coming out of.
Obsessed.
Loved it.
So cool.
So cool.
What is going on? The core. She's rotten to the core. She's brat summer.
Yes.
Loved it.
Last up, we had Calavero.
Sickening.
I loved this. This was so cool.
Yeah. It's so good.
The work,
I think it's going to be a good show. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Loved.
Well, we have 10 minutes to get through the next talent show. You ready?
Oh my God, let's do it.
So we get into episode 2, and they had the 20 minutes to get into quick drag, and then they did the cover of a magazine.
Right.
Nahalinia won. She won $2,500, and she actually won more money than the winner of her season.
How?
Because I don't think they gave him really anything.
Oh, gag.
Right?
Well, good for her. Collect your check.
First up, we had Pythia come out for her comedy routine where she was reading a children's book that was also like a one of those books.
Pop-up book.
Yeah, pop-up book. RuPaul's face said it all. RuPaul was not a fan.
Was she not?
She was just...
Yeah, I mean, it was cute. Very cute. I love that she made everything. Mm-hmm. It had some humor to it, but overall, I just kept being like, where's the talent? Yeah. What's the talent here? Right. Yeah. Was it the fact that you crafted this book and you're an artist and a painter, or... Yeah, so I didn't really see it as a talent per se.
I think if she wanted to present that, I did think that it was cool that it was like a bedtime story and you're reading something and there were different aspects of the book. But it's kind of like when Manila did the painting, you know, like you wanted something. Do you remember that? When she like painted and then she flipped it up and then it became like something else. Mm-hmm. I just think that there should have been something to show that you made this. You know what I mean? Like that could have been part of the talent part of it or something.
Yep. Okay. I see that.
Next up, we had Nahalinia, who did a song, and I don't remember this.
I can't say that I do either.
Well,
it was okay.
I don't remember it.
It was just okay. It was safe. It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't horrible
she looked
at all.
Good.
No,
the
she
song
looked good.
Sounded kind of cute, but yeah, didn't make the top for me.
Next up was Tessa Testicle. And I don't know what in the world I watched.
Yeah, what was she doing, girl?
It was a little bit of everything. It was a hot mess.
It was a mess.
RuPaul, Michelle, everybody was just like, what's are we watching?
Going on? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The whole...
Too many ideas.
Yes.
Too many ideas.
Eva La Queen did her comedy routine about making the rice. I thought that this was hilarious.
This was great. I liked it.
I love that she started out and, do water, you do whatever. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to go and fight this dragon when the time goes. And then
it was a great way to show like how to do comedy, how to make Rue laugh, but also, exercise your talent.
Yeah. I loved it. Galavero did the pole dancing.
Loved.
So cool. I loved the outfit.
Yeah.
I loved how
it was a real talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then people in the comments were like, oh, compare this to Shea Coulee's pole dancing on All Stars 5.
They thought Shea was better?
No,
right. Exactly.
They were like, look at the difference.
Yeah.
Like, no, but she killed it.
Yeah.
And then last up we had Vanity Vane, who did the
Bedtime.
Creatures.
Yeah, I liked that.
This song, I was listening to it all weekend. I was like,
yeah, it's good.
Creatures of the night. I was like, oh, this is a good
bop.
Okay,
look at you getting your vocals out.
Getting my vocals out. I thought that the second episode's talent show, I think, was better than the first.
I disagree. I thought the first episode was better.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember more from the first than the second. So I think that means it was better to me.
To you? Well, Eva La Queen and Vanity Vane end up being the top two.
I think that was correct.
I do too.
Yeah.
And they do Paranoia by Donna Paulo, who was there.
Right. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
The first episode's lip sync was better. Yeah.
And then Vanity Vane won $10,000. I love that these international girls are getting the coin too.
Me too.
Let's get into the looks for the second episode. We have Money Makes the World Go Round, currency-wise, based off of your country's currency.
Yeah.
Queen Kong. Okay, I need to talk.
Okay.
Why are you wearing a black corset leotard shadoobie that you put gold glitter on when everything else was pure gold? It made me so mad.
Yeah, again, it's sort of like the outfit she had on for last week's. It's just not doing much for her body. It's not helping flatter her. And then I think the black boots with the black corset that isn't really black don't tie together. So it's almost like if she was going to do a different color for the center, go with the shiny black to match her shoes. So at least it's like a contrast.
Oh, true.
But yeah, I would agree that overall this is not the most exciting thing, and I don't really think it's giving money.
What did you think about Miranda Lebreo?
I like it. I think it's interesting. I like the texture. I like the mask. Not my favorite, but I think it's safe.
Yeah, I think it's safe, and I think she went a cool route of, representing the 4 different types of animals that are on their currency. I thought that looked great. And I like the headpiece, but I think that overall, it was okay.
Okay.
What do we think about the chains?
Not loving.
Yeah.
Not loving. Feeling underwhelmed. Not feeling like it's just giving me next level global star,
Yeah, I felt the same. I think that there was something missing. It just kind of felt a little flat for me.
Yeah.
Kitty Scott Claus in Coins. I was actually disappointed with
Very disappointed.
I feel like she just ran out of coins. Like, I wanted to see the coins.
Yep.
Like, it could have even been like Bob Mackie style coins.
Right.
Like,
that would have been gorgeous. Yeah. It needed to be more.
Yeah. And I didn't get more.
No. Overall, so far, all these runways are more underwhelming than that first episode, too.
Alyssa Edwards with her gold card. I thought that was so creative. And this look on her, gorgeous.
I told her, I was like, you need to start wearing different hair.
Yeah.
I think this hair made her look so young.
Yeah.
It really made her look like a pop star, a superstar of the now. Love the silhouette. Love all of the gold. I mean, I'll be honest. To me, is it really giving money? I don't know. I don't know if it's really giving money. I wish, like, if we were going for MasterCard, we had the logo, like, printed on the dress. And then there was, like, numbers on the dress. Or, like, I wish there was something that took it a little bit more to the money aspect of it all. But I just think the look itself is major.
Cool. We have Soa Demuse, who basically was saying that seashell was her country's currency before they ended up going into bills and coins. I thought that the hair and the actual shell in the hair was beautiful. The dress to me was okay.
I like this. I think it's different. I love the way that she thought about it. I think it's unusual. I think she looks very sexy. The dress is very flattering to her skinny, snatched body. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I liked this pretty much a lot. I think she looked good.
I loved this look. I thought that the hair was wonderful. I loved how the hair was ringing around. It screamed kind of royal to me. I loved that the corset was that like corset? What do you call that?
Yeah, it's like a corset belt.
Yeah. I thought it was beautiful.
I did too. I think it's very regal. It's very royal. It's giving me money. The hair is very interesting. The makeup is snatched. I love the scepter. I think she looks really good.
Helenia, I liked the first part. I just didn't understand the transition into the pink.
Just a lot of drag for me. I don't know about this one, Ma. It's a little too dated, I think is the word I would use. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit too many ideas. At some point, we got to pare back, scale back a little bit. But I do love a good reveal, and I love bright colors, especially in the, trans arena. So I like that aspect of the dress.
Next up, we had Tessa Testicle.
Really? This was my favorite look.
Really?
My favorite look, hers and Alyssa's. I thought they were the only two.
I think my issue was one thing.
What?
It was the shield. I didn't like the shield. It just looked like a sticker on a
shield. Oh, brother. Okay, fine. The shield is not great, but the scepter with the lipstick, the actual printed money on the sleeve, this incredible corset, the hair, I think she looks so sickening. I loved the look. Loved.
Next up, we had Eva La Queen, who came out in, what was it? And then she broke it. And then she's supposed to be the money that came out of it. It was like a piggy bank, but it was a piggy bank in her culture.
Yeah, interesting concept for sure. Not loving the dress that we revealed to. Feels a little too simple. Not loving the silhouette of the scoop neck. But I'll give her points for creativity. It's just that first episode, she looked so put together. So I feel like this is a little underwhelming for what we've already seen from her.
Well, we got 2 left and we got 30 seconds. You ready?
Yep.
Pythia.
Fine.
That was good.
I like it. There's a lot going on. So it's interesting. She's giving a sea goddess rich.
Mm-hmm. And last up, we had Calavera. I love this.
I love this too. I think this is very hip, very of the now, pop star. I again love seeing the print of the actual money. I think that's really cool.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. I'm Joseph Shepard.
I'm Laganja Estranja.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.